Hey everyone, Vintage Vinny here. Welcome to another haul video. Everything that I'm going to be sharing with you today came from some more shopping done in Virginia. So on day 3 of our shopping trip in Virginia, we spent it mostly indoors because it was raining. So instead of going to all the little yard sales and the mini stops that we made the first couple days, we went into some antique stores, we hit some Goodwills, and didn't really find a whole lot. I mean, the antique malls where I did really well. So on this day, we visited Mama's Attic, and we also checked out Lou's Antique Mall, and I believe both of those are in Danville, Virginia. So I spent $22.85 at Mama's Attic. We went in, and I looked around, saw some stuff that I liked, saw some of the prices they were asking, and I thought, okay, this is probably more of like maybe like an indoor flea market, not really a thrift store based on some of the prices on like some of the older things. I left a review saying, I felt the prices were kind of high for a thrift store and such, because that's what their title of the store is. It's Mama's Thrift. And then probably about a day later, I get a response from the owner of the store from Google review, and they said, we're not really a thrift store. We buy our stuff. We don't necessarily get it donated to us, hence the prices are higher. And then they just kind of said, it seems like based on your other reviews, you think most places are priced high. Well, we won't get into that. But that's basically what they said. I was able to support them a little bit with 2 items. The first being this Umbra metal stand. These I like to have when I am taking pictures of maybe little pieces of art, or if I want to have them on display. I did pay $1.50. That was in their little 50% off area. So I was happy to pick that up because those are great to have if you need them. And then the only other item that I was able to get, if you bring your attention over here, it's to this lamp. Let me move it over here. Unfortunately, the base is a little bit wobbly. So I'm not sure how I'm going to fix that, or if I'm going to be able to fix that. Maybe I need to just bend the base a little bit. I did pay $20 for this lamp. Something about it just attracted me to it. I think I like the big globe and then the globe here. The gentleman who was at the front told me that this base should light up, and so should this one. So that's going to be a fun little project for me. I'm going to have to rewire it, of course, because there's no plug, and this cord looks like it has been chewed by rats. But yeah, that was something that's really cool. I'm really looking forward to getting that rewired and seeing how it looks. So from Lou's Antique Mall, which is also located in Danville, I spent $57.30. There's one item that I did pay up for, but I felt it was definitely worth the price. So I mostly picked up some jewelry, but I also got this discontinued perfume, and I'll show that to you all first. This is called Beautiful You by Esme Renee. They did have it listed for $12. The gentleman who owned this booth gave me a little discount. He offered me $10 for it, and I bought it. I did look that up. Hopefully, I might be able to get maybe $60 or $70 for that. Maybe even $80, even though it's probably about half full. If it's a discontinued product, people will pay up for them. So I was really happy to get that. And then I got some jewelry pieces. You guys know how much I love the old enamel flower, so I found this blue and white one. And this booth had some really good prices on their jewelry. This is only $3. This is going to go into one of my little treasure jars because I love these things. Oh, look, it even spins. I love that. I don't think it's supposed to spin, but you get the idea. I think it's supposed to be like that. Very cool. And then there were even some bags of jewelry. We got these 3 pieces for $2. Can't really say no to that, right? So let's go ahead and see what's in here. Some of these brooches may have already been sold by the time you see this video. I'm filming this on a Saturday, and I've only got a few things for my live sale, so I wanted to buckle on down and film the video, possibly make sure these aren't any special name, and sell them that way. So that's really cute, the green and the blue feathered bird. We've got this little floral brooch here, rose probably. Oh, that's Avon. Yeah, that's a little Avon brooch. Somebody would like that. And then we have this, almost like a cameo style, well, in the shape of what cameo would be like. We've got like this little colonial scene. It does have a mark on it, but I can't make out who it is. I may have to get a little bit of a closer look at that, maybe with a jeweler's loop or something. But that's really cool. That would be really nice on a suit jacket, or maybe on a jean jacket, something along those lines. And then I got this one here, and again, this I think is a great statement piece on a jacket. Probably 1980s, I would say. Just that pink. Can you imagine that on like a gray suit jacket or something along those lines? Really, really cool piece, even with a little bit of paint wear. Thought that would be awesome for a display or statement on your suit. This one, my mom said that she doesn't want me to sell, which I understand because it is really cool. This one is of a lady bowling a strike. That is just really, really cool. Now, I do not see a maker's mark on this one. Oh, yes, I do. I think it's right there. If I can make these out, I'll put the name of them in the video. You know what I mean. So I thought that one was really, really cool. And then the only other item that I got from Lou's Antique Mall is this. So the most costly item that I picked up at Lou's Antique Mall happens to be this really awesome Maxfield Parrish Daybreak picture. The dealer did have it originally for $50. He's the same dealer that I bought the perfume from. And I saw it was $50, and I asked the lady who was roaming the store to make sure that, people didn't have full hands and they weren't walking around with a bunch of stuff, if the dealer would do any better. So she brought it up to him, and she told me that he would do $35 on it. So I got 30% off of this piece. And because the perfume was worth, or people were paying up for it, I decided to go ahead and jump on it. When Scott was here, I think maybe 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, he bought a much larger print of this. Daybreak, I think, is from 1923. And like I said, he bought a much bigger print in an original frame. And because I don't have a lot of like larger wall space, I was happy to find a much smaller one that I could hang up in my room if I wanted to. I think it's a really cool print. I'm not sure if that lady's naked or not, the one that's standing. But it's a really cool picture. I like some of the more, I guess you could say, traditional like frames and such, especially for this one because it's older, over 100 years old at this point, the frame or the picture. Like I said, I like a mix of stuff. I like deco, I like mid-century, I like, the 60s and the 70s. There's so many things from all those eras that I like that I feel like there's a way for me to combine them and make it look really cool. So that's why I you know, gravitate towards things from different eras. And plus, both of my parents are very eclectic in what they like. You know, my mom doesn't like just one thing. You know, she likes a little bit of shabby chic. She likes a little bit of farmhouse. She likes, you know, contemporary and modern. She likes mid-century. And my dad's the same way too with what he buys and what he likes. You know, he likes a lot of like he likes advertising. He likes old toys. He likes old Halloween. Like that's where I get the eclecticism from, because both of them are like that. And this is the perfect example of that. This Daybreak picture, I think would look really great in my bedroom. I had thought about maybe putting it above one of my door frames, like over my closet, and see if that works. So that's probably where this will end up. I was really happy to be able to get this for $35 because I've seen them in antique stores even this size, other antique shops for over $100. So I was really tickled that I got this for such a good deal. And I know if I have to sell this, I absolutely could. I hope I don't have to, but at the end of the day, I know I invested $35, but it was definitely worth it. What do y'all think? It's such a cool picture. I love it. So the final lot of items from this video are going to be from the first place, actually the second place we stopped on our way home from Virginia. This is Verona Antiques. I spent $47.28 on everything you're going to be seeing here. Actually, I take it back. There's one item that I bought from a booth that was, if you spent $10 or more, your total was 50% off of everything that was marked. So let me go ahead and show you all the one Goodwill item. This is a milk glass mug. It says, "I'm an Enterprise bad guy." This was made by the Anchor Hawking Glass Company. And I found out that this little mug here is worth about $20. So I went ahead and grabbed that. So that's the only thing from the Goodwill. Like I said, the Goodwills weren't that great there. Anyway, so now let's go ahead and check out the stuff that I got at the Verona Antique Mall. First thing I found was this beautiful pink iridescent bowl. It's going to need a little bit of a cleaning, but I'm sure it will look nice once I take care of that. I may save that for when I do sales with Scott of the Old Curiosity Shop, because I feel like that will sell better there. I also found this vase here. I have a feeling KP is going to want this one. This is Austrian, I believe. Kind of hard to see, but it does say Austria, I believe. Very pretty. Got a nice image of a lady on it. So that'll probably be gone by the time this video goes up. I also found this. I'll probably be saving this for an industrial sale with Katie of Vintage and Vinyl. This says Flighted Sprayer. Way, way cool. The glass was made by Owens, Illinois. So this, those, the glass, and I think that's it. Yeah, because the shirt came from that booth too. So, like I mentioned earlier, the vendor put in their booth, if you spend $10 with me, you get 50% off your whole order. So, I got this, the fly sprayer, those booklets, and that shirt that I bought for my dad for about $13.91. So this was sitting in there, and my dad was like, "You should just get this." He's like, "I don't want to try to talk you into buying stuff, but this is really cool." I want to say it was probably a giveaway for an oven. It's the GE P7 oven, cleans itself electrically, available in, it's going to be hard to see, in every type of GE range, including microwave cooking centers, General Electric. It's a measuring cup. And, it was made by Federal Glass. So that was really cool, and like I said, my dad was just like, "You should just get it. It'll make your." No, what did he say? He said it's gonna be cheap when you apply the discount. So I was like, "Yeah, what the heck? I'll grab it." So I got that. This came out of a booth that was 50% off. It's really cute. It's of a little baby chick. It says Japan. I am gonna look it up just to see if it's got got any value. If it does, it'll go on eBay. If not, I'll bring it right to my sale for a good price. Then this was actually the first item I grabbed. This is a General Electric clock radio. It was a really good deal. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research to see if this is worth anything, but we will see. Hopefully it works. I didn't get a chance to test it because there weren't any open outlets at the time. But yeah, that's really cool. And then the only other items that I got were these really cool booklets from the DEV company and the Sauce Metal Products Inc. We got one for lenses and we got one for gauges. And basically both of those came to $1.29. So I got them for a really good deal. So I would have bought those even at regular price because those are awesome. So those will definitely be at a sale. And folks, that concludes my part 3 of shopping in Virginia. I have one more haul from probably one of the biggest antique malls you'll have ever been to in Virginia. So stay tuned for that. I should have that video up on Wednesday. But before I go, I thought you all might like to see something that I've had a while that I finally decided to go ahead and get professionally framed. So before I conclude this video, I did want to share this with you all. Do you remember when I bought this? I think it was probably about maybe 2-3 years ago. This is the 1920 Coca-Cola Girl. I think this was supposed to be for a calendar. The calendar is no longer there. I bought this at an antique store, I believe, for $60-some and change. And the frame it was in, I mean, you could definitely tell it was old. I mean, the glass was broken on it. The frame was just kind of like falling apart and flaky and everything. So I decided to pitch it. And on my birthday, I went up to Hobby Lobby because I've been really impressed with the way that they framed things for me in the past. I actually have one other item in my room that y'all have seen. It is a Chesterfield Cigarette ad, and I'll share that with you all real quickly before we conclude. That they did a really good job framing. Now that I didn't have to get a custom frame for because they had what I needed exactly in the same size, and it was like $10. And they framed it for me for free, so can't really argue with that there. So I wanted to pitch that old frame and get something that would definitely preserve this piece for many years to come, because I know that this is something that was not supposed to last. And it has withstood the test of time, minus a few imperfections. When I walked into Hobby Lobby, long story short, I didn't realize I had 2 pairs of sunglasses on. And I went to grab both of them, and one of them fell, and it slightly ripped right here. But this is 104-year-old paper. It is brittle beyond belief, and I am so glad I don't have to worry about handling it anymore. The folks at Hobby Lobby did an amazing job. Now, I will say this frame job was a little expensive. It was over $100, but this is only going to increase in value, I think. So that's why I didn't mind paying the extra $100 to get it framed up. And isn't she just amazing? I mean, I know I wouldn't ever see this again if I didn't buy it that day. So I'm really, really glad that I did. And it is just, it's perfectly preserved. And like I said, this is something I feel is just going to keep going up in value because A, it's behind really nice quality framing, and B, this was something that just wasn't meant to survive. So, and for it to be in the condition that it's in without fading or anything is just absolutely remarkable. So let me go ahead and share the Chesterfield piece that you all have probably seen a million times and are sick of seeing, and then we'll conclude this video. So you all have seen my quote-unquote infamous gray shelf that I store some really cool vintage pieces on. And right above it is this Chesterfield Cigarette advertisement. This was found behind an old photograph that my dad had purchased, I think at a town-wide sale. Probably back in 2012, I want to say. And I really liked it. I didn't want him to sell it, and while I'm not for smoking, I love the old advertisements for cigarettes, especially something like that you're just never going to see again. I don't even remember what he paid for that photo, but he turned it around. I saw this ad and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And then I had something that I had for a while, was contemplating selling it, and he said, hey, you want to trade me for it? And I was like, yeah. So I've kept this piece very secure behind this frame, but I even was very protective of it even when it wasn't framed. But I'm absolutely loving it right here. Let's see if I can get a close-up for you all without the glare. Isn't this just great? If I had to guess a year, this would have to probably be the 1930s. But it is a phenomenal piece, and I am very happy to have it hung up in my bedroom. So thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment below. Let me know down below what your favorite items were from this haul. Have a good one, guys. Bye.